Whether you've hired a makeup artist or are planning to create your own bridal beauty look, you'll want to know exactly how to make that look last. Since sadly, we makeup artists don't stick around for the entire celebrations, although, we should because I think that we're a pretty good time. Never mind. You'll want to make sure you're prepared to touch up your look no matter what happens. My favorite way to measure if I've aced a job as a makeup artist is to check out the photos taken on the dance floor at the very end of your wedding album. If you're looking perfect in those pics, then I know it was a job well done. Come tears, wind, or rain, or humidity, or sun, or like 1,000 other things, these tips are going to help keep your makeup intact. Skin prep is key. It is one of the most important factors of longevity for the day. Make sure you're choosing skincare that works best for your skin type. This will ensure your skin is in top condition for makeup application. I'll always avoid anything that is a bit more oily, as this will break down the makeup much faster. Knowing if your skin needs a more moisturizing cream and then choosing more matte or skin-like finishes for your foundation is a good idea. Or, if you're more oily, selecting a hydrating moisturizer and a matte foundation is also key. Your goal here is to make sure your moisturizer and your foundation work well together and not against each other. Pro tip, I'll always recommend using a more hydrating moisturizer outside of the T-zone and a more mattifying moisturizer inside the T-zone. I like my moisturizers to be just a little bit sticky. I feel like they accept the makeup better this way. A final note on prep. The skincare products you use today don't necessarily have to be the ones that you use day to day. Your wedding day is a totally different situation, so having a specialized product for that date is totally fine and normal. If you're using a primer, choose one which has a little bit of tack when it dries down, or spray a quick spritz of setting spray. This is going to help your makeup adhere better and create a nice barrier between your skin and the makeup, preventing any breakdown that might occur. Also, if you're more mature or feel like you have more texture in your skin, try using a smoothing primer. These tend to be a little bit heavier and will fill in any areas that are more textured. Layer up, my friends. This is a major pro tip and one of my industry secrets that results in super long wearing makeup. You'll want to work in multiple but thin layers when applying product. For example, use a little bit of cream blush first and then add a light dusting of powder blush after the cream blush has set. This is why I use a shadow base or primer with powder over the top of it. You'll want to avoid going in immediately with a heavy layer of product. Add little by little so that you can layer everything thinly. This gives a super light finish along with a very long wear. When it comes to lips, there is nothing I love more than using a long wear liquid lipstick on brides. But not just any liquid lipstick is going to work. One that gives a sheer, blotted look is my favorite. This makes the product super versatile, as you can use it to give your lips a sheer wash of color or layer the product to give a more opaque pout. When you're looking for a lip product, look for keywords like blotted, sheer, or stain. And if you can test it on your hand, you want to make sure that it's a little bit transparent. And as you add layers, the opacity will grow. In case you need a little refresher, transparent is something that you can see through, and opaque is something that you can't see through. Also, try a light layer of long-wear liquid lipstick with a little creamy lipstick over the top. This helps to stabilize the product as well as making things a lot more comfortable for you. I never actually like to use a lot of powder on my brides, unless someone is naturally very oily, is going for a more matte satin finish for their complexion, or using a lot of retinoids in their skincare because the retinol shine is real. Set makeup with a light powder such as a colorless HD powder. Give a quick spritz of setting spray and then add another super light layer of powder. Seals and everything perfectly. Our goal here though isn't to cover the entire face in powder. We're only focusing the application of powder in areas that tend to be shiny. So we're talking the center of the forehead, the nose, and the sides of the nose. That little area next to the nose and lip, like right in here, if this is shiny, it always tends to look sweaty. And like, good for you going to the gym, but we don't need to look sweaty on our wedding day, right? And then also, possibly your chin. And you don't even have to hit all of those spots if your skin doesn't tend to get shiny in those areas. Apply that powder according to what your skin is telling you. A touch-up kit. This kit is essential in keeping your makeup on point throughout the day and deep into the evening. Make sure that you have a little bag on hand with some powder, blotting sheets, Q-tips, and an application of your lip color. Always go to the blotting sheets before adding an extra layer of powder. Make sure your maid of honor or point person is holding onto your touch-up kit. Plus, they should have some tissues on hand in case there are a few tears throughout the day. Always make sure to blot your tears away off of your skin. Always make sure to blot your tears off your skin and from around your eyes rather than wiping. You want to blot and not wipe. Plus, it's never a bad idea to have some safety pins, spot stain remover, mints, band-aids, deodorant on hand and in a kit as well. Now, you're well prepared for a day of bridal beauty that is going to last from dawn until dusk.